Trump's abrupt exit from the White House press conference just this past week, Larry Kudlow tried to run the show and lie a little more about how the economy is doing so well, even as tens of millions of Americans are still unemployed. Watch.
I want to show you some more examples of the V-shaped recovery. Actually, I can jump in here. This is from the Census Bureau report, change in the number of people living in poverty during President Trump's first 3 years pre-pandemic. 6.6 million fewer people. 6.6 million fewer people are living in poverty.
What's the number post-pandemic?
And the
what's the number post-pandemic?
Well, we'll have to wait and see on that. We're just beginning.
Would that be more accurate?
Let me go to the under the Obama years. 787,000 people moved into poverty. So that's a problem. And we have the second chart.
Isn't that an old chart?
Get up. No, this is a brand new. This stuff just came out late last week.
But what do you want to add? What's happening right now?
If I may, okay.
I just like accurate information.
This is the accurate information. This is from the Census Bureau, and it just came back. Well, let me just go back into this.
That reminds me of like in college when me and my stoner friends would take like stupid classes just to pad up our GPA, but wouldn't prepare and would do like presentations like, yeah, I don't know, man. I made these graphs on PowerPoint. What are you gonna do? You know why I'm in this class? It's because it's easy, please. But also, by the way, did you see Scott Atlas sitting there? What is he doing there? That's the herd immunity guy in the Trump administration. His influence, we just need to keep track of it because it's growing, and he's not an epidemiologist or anything. But anyway.
No, he's not. In fact, there's a lot of chaos right now with the coronavirus task force because of Atlas's influence, and Dr. Deborah Birx is even considering leaving the task force as a result of that. But getting back to Kudlow, I mean, look, even if he's just relying on stats and data from before the pandemic, we all know that the economy for the vast majority of Americans was not doing well. Americans have more than, before the pandemic, Americans had more than $4 trillion in consumer debt that doesn't even include mortgages. That's a lot of debt. Wages have been stagnant for decades. The economy is not just based on that one metric of how the stock market is doing. The stock market is artificially inflated by the Federal Reserve, like, here, we're printing the money, here you go. The economy's doing so well, everybody. No, the economy's not doing well. Then you fast forward to what happened after the pandemic, tens of millions of Americans unemployed. People who had six-figure salaries are now worried that they're about to lose their homes. They've taken out too much debt to make ends meet. I mean, it's a nightmare. But anyway, one more video of Kudlow.
Do you know how many Americans are living in poverty right now?
The numbers,
today?
actually, that won't be that won't be reported.
Do you know the answer to
I
that
can
question?
only wait until the Census Bureau. I don't know if you cover this beat or not.
A number of Americans living in poverty right now. Do you happen to know that answer?
No.
Because you don't know.
I will wait.
You're an economic advisor and you don't know that.
Right. If you'll just stop nitpicking and let me explain to you.
Look, Kudlow's got to stop drinking before he makes appearances. Like if he's gonna lie to people, then he's got to at least be on his A game. Emma.
Yeah, I mean, just some of the numbers that you talked about there. The idea that the economy is doing well. Again, these dinosaurs only care about the line on Wall Street, which now we basically socialized the entire stock market because our corrupt government gave all of the money to the stock market and gave Americans one $1,200 paycheck, and there's a payment, and they're still trying to debate whether or not we should have another one. I mean, Mitch McConnell sat on the HEROES Act, which was passed in May, and we still don't have relief for regular Americans. In 2019, there was a report about how 40% of Americans are one missed paycheck away from poverty. So we're gonna talk about how the economy's doing well, and now we're in an economic depression. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And there's so many instances where people aren't going to be able to return to their jobs. there's this fiction that Republicans are trying to paint, right? That, oh yeah, there's gonna be all of these mass layoffs, and then as soon as the pandemic is over, which it's not over anytime soon, everyone's just gonna go back to their jobs. It's all gonna be hunky-dory. No, a lot of those jobs are gone forever. Forever. I am so sick of not just Republicans, but also Democrats pretending like things are okay in this country. There is huge amounts of pain and angst, and it's gonna manifest in ways that will affect this economy so far down the road and beyond just this political moment. But again, the short-sightedness and the obsession with short-term rewards for these politicians and just cashing in immediately, it's gonna kill this country. I mean, we talk about Trump being a threat to our democracy. The complete threadbare economy and lack of social safety net and complete kicking in of the teeth of regular people, that's also gonna kill this country.
Yeah, look, I totally agree with you. And since you're speaking about jobs, I want to share a few stats with you. Weekly jobless claims rise unexpectedly as stimulus boost fades. The Labor Department reported Thursday that initial jobless claims for the week ending in September 19th came in at 870,000, adjusted for seasonal fluctuations. Without that adjustment, about 825,000 people filed last week, up from the previous week, 796,000. Look, I mention it because it's true. This is the reality that so many Americans are facing. And Emma, you're absolutely right that both parties make the mistake of acting as if everything is hunky-dory. They did it before the pandemic when nearly half of Americans couldn't even afford a $400 emergency, and they're still doing it now. It's shameful, it's disgusting, and it pains me to see how feckless and useless our congressional lawmakers really are.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.